Hello, my friend, and welcome back to Mama Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu, and I'm here with your asana flow for the second week of February 2022. Today we are focusing on Dharana, that single focused concentration. And we're bringing that focus into the solar plexus, into the core, hence the yellow. So I invite you, first we're going to start lying down on our backs. We are going to ignite the core today, but we're going to do so in a mindful manner. And this is mostly just to remind you to bring your concentration inward in a really single focused, concentrated way. So come all the way down onto your back. When you arrive, reach the fingertips out past the crown. Reach those heels towards the top edge of your mat. Find a nice full body stretch. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll hug those knees up into the chest. Give ourselves a great big hug. Maybe rock side to side. Peel the nose up towards the knees. Feel that beautiful support of the earth rising up to meet you. Then we'll allow the head to come back down to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet to the earth, about hip width distance apart. Inhale in. Exhale, navel hugs to spine, and we really feel that connection with the lower back to the mat. Then we'll reach the right foot up towards the ceiling. Rotate that right ankle. Feel the blood flow in the opposite direction for a breath here. And then on an exhale, we'll cross that right ankle over the left thigh, finding our figure four position or our reclined pigeon. You can stay here. If this is enough, that's beautiful. If you'd like to take it a step further, launch off of those left toes, reach the fingertips, interlace them behind the left thigh, and pull the left knee towards your face. Press that right arm into that right thigh. Maybe you rock side to side. Maybe you send that left foot up towards the ceiling. Maybe you peel nose up towards the knee. Opening through that right hip, opening through the right glute. Let's take one more breath here. And then we'll slowly lower that left foot down to the mat. And before we unravel, we're going to cross that right thigh over the left thigh. And reach the fingertips out long beside us. Big T here. Bump the hips to the right a little bit. And then allow the knees to fall to the left. Right away, finding a nice twist. Reaching down with that right shoulder. Keeping it grounded towards the mat. Keeping that breath nice and full and long. On your next inhale, we'll lift the knees back up through center, unravel the legs, recenter ourselves on our mat. Bring the soles of the feet flush to the earth, knees shining up towards the heavens. Engage that core, bring the lower back flush with the mat. Reach the left foot, up towards the ceiling. Rotate that left ankle for a breath here. And on your exhale, we'll cross that left ankle over the right thigh, opening up in the left hip. You can stay here, or you can launch off of the right toes, interlace the fingertips behind the right thigh, pull that right knee towards your face. Press into that left thigh with the left elbow, opening through that hip crease, really stretching through the hamstring and the glute. You can lift the right foot up towards the ceiling. You can peel the nose up towards the knees. Couple breaths here. And on your next inhale, we'll set that right foot back down to the earth. And before we unravel, we're crossing that left thigh over the right thigh, reaching the fingertips out long beside us, stretching out through the arms. Then we'll bump the hips to the left a little bit and then allow the knees to fall to the right. Find your twist on this side. Relax in the hips. Relax that left shoulder down towards the earth. Oh, I'm loving this sunshine coming through the window. It seems like it was 100 years ago since the sunshine shone through this window. I hope there's sunshine wherever you are today and wherever you're practicing. On your next inhale, lift the knees back up through center, unravel the legs, recenter yourself on your mat. Then we'll hug the right knee into the chest, send the left leg out long. Left leg is out long, left heel comes to the mat. And we'll lift the right foot up towards the ceiling and grab onto the back of the right thigh or the right shin or the right knee, wherever your hands want to land. And we're just gently pulling that right knee towards the face, getting a nice stretch in the back of the leg. You can bend the knee and then straighten it. And maybe on your exhales, you're pulling a little bit closer to your face, just working it out here a little bit. Wonderful. Then we'll straighten through that leg, lift the left heel off of the mat, reach the fingertips out past the thighs. You're trying to reach the right knee towards your face and press down with that left heel. Inhale in, exhale, switch. Left leg comes up, right heel hovers above the ground. Inhale in, exhale to switch. Inhale in, exhale to switch. Hug that navel to the spine. Crown reaches. Try not to crunch in the neck. Inhale in. Exhale to switch. Beautiful. Then we'll lower the head to the mat. Let that left heel come down. Hug the right knee into the chest. Nice work. And we'll hug the left knee up. Join the right. Bring our palms to our knees and allow the feet to fall forward like as if they're going to thump down on the mat. This should bring the lower back nice and flush with the mat, and then you can start to make big circles with the knees, articulating through the sacrum. First one way and then the other. When you've had enough, we'll bring the soles of the feet back to the mat, knees pointing up towards the ceiling. Reach the fingertips down towards the heels. Roll the shoulder blades underneath you. So shoulders roll away from the ears. On your next inhale, we'll lift the sits bones, the hips up towards the ceiling. So we're finding our bridge pose. Then I invite you to lean into the left foot, lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. Inhale in, exhale, dip the hips down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, dip the hips down. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to dip. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to dip. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to dip. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower back down. Slowly bring the right foot back down to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together. Open the knees nice and wide. Find your Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a breath here. Maybe you give yourself a little massage. Maybe you sigh it out on an exhale. And we'll hug the knees up into the chest. Bring the palms to the backs of the thighs. And we'll slowly roll it on up to a seated position. Maybe you take a couple stabs at it, rolling up and down the length of the spine. And eventually we will rise up into a seated position, finding our Sukhasana. Ground down through those sits bones. Bring the fingertips to the mat or the floor beside you. Lean into the left palm. Inhale, reach the right fingertips up and over, finding a side bend. Inhale, reach back up. Float the right fingertips down. Right palm comes to that mat. And we inhale, reach the left fingertips up and over, finding our side bend on this side. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Then we're just making our way to our first downward facing dog of the practice. Spread your fingertips wide. Send those hips up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. When you arrive, ground down through the fingertips and the knuckles. Send those sits bones way up and back. Maybe you bend through one knee and then the other.
Then as you're ready, we'll bring the feet together. We're hip width distance apart, just making sure they're in nice alignment.
We're dropping the left heel, lifting the right leg high. So lift from the right inner thigh.
Inhale in. Exhale, knee to nose. Upper body's in plank. Gather it all in. Inhale to reach, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. They're going to reach the outside of the right foot to the left side of the mat. Roll onto the inside of the left foot. Reach the left fingertips up towards the heavens, pressing into both feet so you can lift your hips. Really lift, lift, lift. Inhale in. Exhale, left fingertips float back down to the mat. We hug that knee into the chest. And then step the right foot up between the palms, finding a low lunge. Heart shines forward, crown lifts. Keep that back knee lifted if possible. Then we're pivoting on that back foot, bringing it parallel to the short edge of the mat, reaching the left fingertips forward, up and back, rising on up into a warrior two. Peel back with this right knee, ground down into the left foot. Right heel is in line with the arch of the left foot. Relax those shoulders. Pull the pinkies back. Take an inhale in. Exhale, ground down into the posture. Then we're interlacing the fingertips behind the tailbone, seeing if we can stretch the knuckles down and away, opening through the chest. You can stay here, or you can inhale in. Maybe you look up. Exhale, humble warrior. Crown comes down towards the earth. We reach the knuckles up towards the heavens. Lots of strength in the right leg here. Breathing nice and deep. On your next inhale, we'll slowly rise back up. Release the fingertips. Find our warrior two. Breathing nice and deep. Then we'll cartwheel it all the way down to our low lunge. Plant the palms, step the right toes back, find a plank pose, first plank pose of the practice, so push up out of the earth, dome through the upper back body, we inhale in here, exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Come on to the tops of the feet. Inhale to rise up for a cobra, exhale to bow the forehead down. Curl the toes under, push up to all fours or to a plank, and exhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale in here. Exhale, sigh it out. Then we'll journey towards the top of the mat. Baby steps, hop, float, jump. Find yourself in a forward fold. On your next inhale, we'll slide the palms to the tops of the thighs. Crown reaches forward, tailbone reaches back. Find our halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Root to rise. Send those fingertips wide to come up. Really reach, reach, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment here. Get your center underneath you. Fix your pants. Lick your lips. Find that nice long line from crown to tail. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Smile. Then when you're ready, we'll find our soft knees and inhale to reach. Exhale, find your forward fold all the way down. Inhale for a halfway lift. Perhaps palms come to the shins this time. And exhale to bow. Fingertips come to the mat. We walk the feet as wide as the yoga mat. Toes shining off of the edge, heels pointing in. Then we'll slowly lower the sits bones down, coming down into our yogic squat or into a toe stand. This is beautiful as well and is the same benefits. If you're able to come all the way down, lift through the crown, open through the chest, press the palms together, elbows into knees, knees into elbows. Take a moment here. Try to distribute your weight evenly throughout both feet. Inhale in. Exhale, swim the fingertips around behind you. come to your sits bones, and slowly make your way all the way back down onto your back. Come all the way down, hug the knees up into the chest, give yourself a great big hug here. Breathe nice and deep. Then we'll hug the left knee into the chest, send the right leg out long this time, right heel comes to the mat. Send the left toes up towards the ceiling, interlace the fingertips behind the left thigh or the knee or the shin, and slowly begin to stretch it out here. Maybe you bend that knee and then straighten, finding some flexibility here, some stretching through the hamstrings, through the backs of the legs. Then we'll straighten that knee, reach the fingertips towards the front edge of the mat, lift the head, the neck, the shoulders, lift the right heel. Inhale in, exhale, switch, scissor the legs, right knee in, left leg out. Inhale in, exhale to switch. You got this. Try to keep a space between the chin and the chest. Inhale in, exhale to switch. 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 Lower the head down, hug the knee into the chest. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Then we'll hug the right knee into the chest. Give ourselves a quick little hug here before we bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Knees shining up towards the heavens. Hike those heels up towards the sits bones. Reach the fingertips down towards those heels. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. On your next inhale, lift the sits bones up towards your ceiling, engaging the glutes. See if you can relax through the neck. Then we'll send the left foot up towards your ceiling. Inhale in. Exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale to lift them back up. Exhale to lower them down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 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 Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower it all down, bringing the left foot back to the mat. Then we'll launch off of the toes, bring the palms to the backs of the thighs, and once again, roll it on up to a seated position. Rise up to your Sukhasana. Bring the fingertips to the mat beside you. Plant the left palm this time. Inhale, reach the right fingertips up and over, finding your side body stretch. Then we'll unravel and take it to the other side. Right palm comes to the mat or the floor. We inhale, lift the left fingertips up and over, finding our side body stretch here. Then we unravel, come back to center, and make our way to our downward facing dog. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Lift those sits bones up towards the ceiling. Find that hollowing between your shoulder blades as you melt your heart towards your thighs. You've got this. Bring the feet towards the midline. Plant the right heel. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Lift from that left inner thigh. Inhale in. Exhale, knee to nose. Upper body's in plank. Inhale to reach. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. And we're taking the outside of the left foot off of the right side of the mat, turning into the inside of the right foot and reaching the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Lift those hips, press into both feet evenly. Reach, reach, reach. We inhale in. Exhale, right hand comes back to the mat. We reel the left knee in towards the chest And then we step that left foot, up between the palms. Find your low lunge. Heart reaches, crown lifts. Then we plant the right heel, bringing that right foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Use the right fingertips to sweep forward, up and back, rising up into a warrior two. Peel back with this left thigh or knee. Relax those shoulders. Pull the pinkies back. Fierce gaze past those left fingertips. Settle in, maybe you sigh. And we'll reach the fingertips behind the tailbone, interlacing, stretching the knuckles down and baby away, opening the heart. You can stay here, or if you'd like to, you can bow forward, coming into humble warrior. Crown reaches towards the earth, knuckles shine up towards the ceiling. Maybe they rest on the lower back body. Be where you're at today. Honor the process, honor your body. Then we'll inhale to rise back up, releasing the fingertips, finding our warrior two for one more breath. And exhale, we'll cartwheel it all the way down to our low lunge. Plant the palms, step the left toes back, find your plank pose. Inhale in here, exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Come on to the tops of the feet. Inhale to rise up for a cobra. Exhale to bow the forehead down. Push up to all fours. Bring the big toes to touch. Open the knees nice and wide. And then send the hips back to your heels. And allow the forehead to come down to the mat. Relax through the elbows. Relax through the shoulders. Maybe you rock the head side to side. Find your nice deep breaths. And when you're ready, we'll slowly rise back up. Walk the wrists underneath the shoulders. Curl the toes under and see if you can push yourself back to a toe stand. Knees are nice and wide. So you're up on your toes. You're pushing up out of the earth with your fingertips. Knees are outside of the elbows. You can stay here, or you can move into a crow practice with me. So if you'd like to practice crow, bring the palms to the mat, wrists underneath the shoulders. So you're really pushing up out of the mat. You're doming through the upper back body and grounding down into the knuckles and the fingertips. Toes are nice and together. Then we're going to lift the sits bones up towards the ceiling and see if we can reach the knees up towards the armpit chest. So maybe you're playing here, pressing into the palms, leaning forward a little bit, allowing some weight to transfer to the backs of the arms, up towards the armpit chest. You're playing here. Keep your gaze reaching up and out in front of you. Try not to tuck your chin. Keep that gaze forward as you lean forward, and maybe you lift one toe off the mat. Set it down. Maybe you lift the other toe off the mat. Set it down. Maybe you're allowed to, or your body allows for you to lean forward, bringing that weight to the backs of your arms and lifting one toe and then the other. Finding your crow pose. Play around with it here. Maybe you come in and out of it. Workshopping this for a moment. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're here. Then we'll all come back to the toe stand. Sort of reach the crown nice and tall. Then we'll close the knees. Bring them down to the mat. Coming into Thunderbolt. Come onto the tops of the feet and allow the sits bones to reach back towards the heels, to rest on the heels. If this doesn't work for you, come into Sukhasana or roll up a towel or something to bring behind the knees and relieve pressure. Then nothing fancy. We're going to take the right hand to the left knee, reach the left fingertips around behind, sit up nice and tall on an inhale, And exhale, journey into a twist. Inhale to reach. Exhale to twist. Come back through center. Left hand goes to the right knee. We reach the right fingertips around behind. We sit up nice and tall on our inhale, and we exhale to twist. Inhaling for length. Exhaling to twist. Come back through center, wherever you are, whether you're in Sukhasana or in Thunderbolt. Then we'll bring the palms behind us, fingertips facing in towards the toes. Really press forward with the heart and lift it up towards the ceiling. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Reach through the crown, just opening through the chest here. And we'll slowly unravel, coming all the way back up. Come to an all fours position. Open the knees nice and wide, big toes to touch. We lean into the right palm, reach the left fingertips up and back, opening through that chest. And exhale, thread the needle. Left arm goes underneath the right. We bring the left ear to the mat. Push up out of the earth with the right hand, or reach it past the crown, or find our bind. Take some deep breaths. Then on your next inhale, bring that right palm back to the mat. Push into the earth. Raise the left fingertips back up. Really reach, reach, reach. And set the left hand down. Left palm comes to the mat. We reach the right fingertips all the way up and back. Pull back with that right shoulder. And exhale, thread the needle. Right ear comes to the mat. Right arm goes underneath the left. We find our twist on this side. See if you can square your hips. Find where you'd like your left hand to be. What does your twist look like? Then we'll press into that left palm, push into the earth, reach the right fingertips all the way up, open that chest one last time, and exhale, float the right fingertips down. Walk the knees underneath the hips, swing the legs to one side, any side, and come down to a seat. Find your Sukhasana or a comfortable seat of your choice. Ground down through those sits bones, lengthen up through the spine. Take a deep breath in, shrug the shoulders up to the ears, really reach, 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 crunch, 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 and exhale, allow them to drop. Let it go. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, shoulders come up towards the ears. We really lift, lift, lift. And exhale, drop them down. 1 more time. Inhale to lift them up. And exhale to let them go. Beautiful. Close the eyes, tuck the chin into the chest. Bring your attention to your solar plexus, to your guts, to your intent, to your I can. Feel where you're at. Maybe you've got a little bit of a shake going on. The body's vibrating. Tune back into your breath. Feel the power within you. Bring that concentration to the center of your being. That focus. Thank you for joining me for this practice today, my friends. I hope that it helped to remind you of how strong you actually are and what your body can actually do and what you're capable of. Let's bring the palms together at the heart. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, bow to each other, thumbs to the third eye. The light in me honors, cherishes, and is in awe of the light in you. Namaste.